welcome back to the channel. Today's video is gonna be about the new Huda Beauty palette, which I just received. It is actually nighttime right now, but I'm just like, I have to try it out because once again, we've seen all the controversy about this palette being really like superly fallout-ish and really just not that good. It was kind of like the same thing as with the Subculture palette from Anastasia, and I'm just like, I love that palette, so now we'll have to wait and see if I love or hate this one. Is it a yay, a nay, hit or miss? Good? Not good? I don't know. Oh good now? Let's try it. Firstly, the packaging is so luxurious. Look at this. You open it up and then the palette is right there. Here's the palette, guys. It says Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette and it is so stunning. I am absolutely in love with the packaging. I love the eyes and the Indian jewelry and just the entire vibe of this palette is just so beautiful. On the back it just said 8 buttery mattes, 6 pressed pearls, 3 duochrome toppers and 1 daring glitter. And when you open the palette, I love this thing right here. But here's the palette with 18 of the shades and also a huge ass mirror, which I love. And let me just be honest, I feel like that this packaging feels much more luxurious than the first Huda palette. I love the first Huda palette, don't get me wrong. I love that you could see the shadows through the glass thing or the plastic thing, but this is just so much better because you've got a mirror with you as well. So I feel as if there's a bit more attention to detail this time. And I also love once again that all the name stands right here below the shadows. That makes it really easy for you guys to know which shadows I'm using or that you're using. So once again, really nice detail. And as you may be able to see, the shadows are very warm tone definitely and very pinky, somewhat peachy, but also very purpley tones, which I think is so stunning. I think it's gonna look amazing, especially for people with a bit darker skin. This is gonna be so beautiful. Right now I'm not wearing any fake tan or anything like that, so it's gonna be fun to see how the shadows look on me. And I'm also gonna be doing swatches of all of the different shades on my hand, and I'm gonna be using my finger to do that because one thing that I've learned with Huda's shadows is that most of them, they work so much better with the finger than with a brush. So I'm gonna be finger swatching. Let's use the Huda palette and test it out. Just zoom you in so you can see what I'm going to be doing with the palette. Before using the palette, I just quickly want to try to use a fluffy blending brush and then just dab into one of the matte shades because I saw Michael Finch do a review on this palette and his was just so dusty and there was a lot of fallout. It was even worse than with the Subculture palette, so we need to see if it's just a bad palette that he got or if it's like that with all of them. Let's just try to use Eden. Okay, there's a bit, but it's not bad. And it picks up quite a lot actually. This is how much fallout or dustiness that I get from Eden after having pushed the brush into it a couple of times. You just see how it's dusting off or getting off. To me, it's not that bad. I mean, I'm not seeing any crazy fallout or dustiness. But once again, I feel like that with matte shades, they are always a bit more powdery. So just bear that in mind and be a bit more gentle with the matte shades. That's my advice for you guys. And just to let you know, I'm not using any eye primer or base at all. Just my eyelids as they are so we can see how the shadows work. And using Eden in my crease. Nice pigmentation. I see you, I see you. I don't know if I find it buttery as they said it was gonna be, but it's definitely pigmented. And I'm using the same brush and then picking up musk right there. Once again, not too bad of a fallout-y kind of thing. Once again, using musk in my crease. In the same place where I placed Eden. And I'm just using a very light hand. I'm not pushing too hard. So it has been quite some time blending. Right there I've got like a bald spot where there's no shadow. I don't know why. And then there's a bit more of a shadow right here. It seems as if it's just clinging down to my crease area, which is kind of weird. I've tried to use a clean blending brush as well, which really doesn't work. So right over here it doesn't look as good as over here, for example. Over here it's much more smooth. So that's kind of weird. Just using a pencil brush, trying to see if I can make it work somehow. So I saved it a tiny bit. It's not perfect, but it's okay. And I'm gonna be blending another color in there as well. Using the pencil brush, I'm gonna be using the color called Amber, and I'm gonna be using that right in my crease and mostly out in the outer corner. It has a bit more fallout, but not too bad. And then I'm just using a clean fluffy blending brush just to blend it out. And now I want to do a disco ball effect on my eyelids, so I'm going to be using retrograde right there, which is such a unique color. I've never seen anything like this before. It's kind of like purpley, reddish, brownish. It's just so pretty, and it changes in the light. Oh yes, you can see that. So iridescent, I love it. And I'm going to be using that color on my entire eyelid. But first I'm just going to be using the NARS Medium Custard Soft Matte Complete Concealer just to do some concealing, so it's got something to stick down to. And then I'm using a flat brush just to pick up the product. So don't rub, because then you get fallout. Just dab onto your eyelid. So it definitely do have some fallout, I can tell you that already now. But it is a very chunky glitter. But damn, it's pretty. It looks kind of blue as well when it gets on. Not even that purpley, just blue. I like using the finger instead of the brush, definitely. It picks up a lot more and there's this fallout. I feel like defining my crease even more, so I'm gonna be using out, I'm not sure how to say that. So I've decided to do this kind of like cut crease with the dark color, which I think looks really cool. And I think I'm gonna be doing a liner as well with this look. And for underneath, I'm just gonna be using Odd once again, and actually mixing it with Turkish Delight as well, because it's kind of like pinky and I like that. And just a tiny bit underneath, I'm gonna be using Blazing, which is an orange color. So now I think I'm done with the eyes. So far I'm just gonna be doing a wing liner and then applying some lashes, also from Huda, and then I'll return to you guys. Makeup look with the Huda Desert Dusk palette. I think it is so stunning. I love how iridescent it is, and it kind of like changes color in the lighting, and oh, I love it so much. I also use the Farrah lashes from Huda, and then also the lip gloss in Angelic, and then the liquid lipstick or liquid matte in the color Icon. I really love it. I think it's so pretty. I have got some pros and some cons about this palette. I love the colors, I love the pigmentation, all that jazz. I think it's so freaking stunning, and I love the look that I've created. However, when that is said, I've got one thing that really annoys me, and that is fallout. I don't know if the lighting is too cray-cray for you guys to see it, but I've got a lot of like fallout from the glittery color that I used underneath my eyes, which I'm not really that happy about. But other than that, the eye makeup looks so pretty. I am so in love with how this look turned out with the liner and the colors. I'm definitely gonna be playing around with some more of them. I also love these purpley ones. I really want to do a makeup look with those as well. The pigmentation is amazing, but I've got a problem with the fallout. That annoys me a lot. I wouldn't feel like that I would be able to walk out like this, if you get what I mean, because I've got that much fallout right now and I can't really do anything about it because I've already set and everything like that. So I need to find a way to make this one work. Maybe if I use another concealer underneath, maybe a glitter base, something like that, it's gonna work better for me. So just bear that in mind. I love the palette, I love the colors. Once again, I think it's amazing and such a great job, but the fallout is a problem. But I think that's all for this video. Thank you so very much for watching, guys. I really hope that this was helpful for you guys. If you have been eyeing out the new Huda palette, I think it's so good and I think it's worth the money. But that's all for now, guys. Thank you so much for watching and thank you so much to Huda Beauty for sending me these goodies. It makes me so freaking happy. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, follow me on social media as well if you haven't. And that's all. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all. To the moon and back and everywhere else.